Well, good morning. I'm under the crawl space here in my 30-year-old farmhouse because I have a leak in my water system. Let me show you what I have and show you how easy it is to make this simple repair and save yourself a lot of money and trouble calling a plumber to take care of this. Let's take a look. All right, guys, here is the leak that I discovered while under my house this morning. This is the hot water line right here that tees off and runs this direction to the dishwasher in my kitchen. We have a copper fitting here with this polybutylene pipe, and over 30 years, it has just corroded. So I'm going to show you how simple it is to repair this without the use of any glue. We're going to use some compression fittings. They're called shark bites, and show you how easy it is to repair this. All right, folks, let me show you what I'm going to be using this morning to make this repair very easy and without the use of any glue, and save myself a lot of money by not calling the plumber. So I went to my Lowe's Home Improvement Center yesterday and I picked up what you see here. So I have these compression fittings. These are made by Shark Bite. This is what's called a T fitting. If you turn it this direction, it looks like a T. These two fittings I picked up because I have polybutylene pipe here in my 30-year-old farmhouse, and this end indicates that I'm supposed to slide my polybutylene pipe into this end, and this end is color coded, so I'll know to use that for my 1/2-inch CPVC pipe, which I picked up and I'll be using for this repair. Shark Bite also makes this handy gauge so that you can mark your pipe so you have the right depth when you go to install your compression fittings. I also picked up this pipe cutter from Irwin, and I'll be using that to cut the CPVC pipe as well as the polybutylene. In total here, I think I have maybe $70, $75 in total. So in my estimation, I'm going to be saving myself probably a couple $100 by doing this myself and not having to call a plumber. So let me get started here and show you how simple this is to do. All right, first things first, we need to use our pipe cutters to cut this bad copper fitting from our pipe. So I'm going to take this pipe cutter and give this a cut here. Kind of difficult to hold my camera and do this so you can see it, but we're going to give it our best try. All right, here we go. We'll probably have some water come out. I did shut off the main water supply. That's very important. You do not want to cut into your water lines with the water on. All right, here we go. Here's some water dripping. Oh, all right, so that's dripping from the pipe that leads to the dishwasher. I'll just probably should have had a bucket under here, but that's all right. We'll just let that drain. And while that's draining, I'll go ahead and cut the other two. I'm going to cut this actually back a little further here. All right, there we go. There's some more water coming out. Let's see if I can slide this over there. Okay. We'll just let that drip there for a minute. So I'm gonna get a paper towel real quick to dry this off. All right, now what I'm gonna do is mark my pipe so I know that I have the right depth for the compression fitting. So I'm going to use the 1/2 inch side, which is the one that's kind of marked here on the edge, if you can see that. I'm going to slide that right on there. All right, now that I've got my gauge on, it's kind of difficult again to do this by. All right, now that I've got my gauge on, I'm going to just mark this with my Sharpie, and that's going to let me know that I've got the right depth. Okay. All right, now that we've got our pipe marked, I'm gonna use the compression fitting. Again, this side is colored, so I know I slide it on to the polybutylene pipe here. So let me let that just drip just a minute. All right, I'm gonna slide it on until we get to this mark. And that's how easy that is. All right, so we've got that on. Now we just gotta go ahead and finish here. I'm gonna finish by cutting off the other side of this polybutylene pipe where the T-fitting was. Let me turn it around this way so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go back just a little ways here. Okay, so that's what we removed. And now I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and just kind of dry this end off here, and so that we'll have a nice clean surface for the compression fitting on this side. All right, let's put the other one on. But first, I'm going to need to mark our pipe. All right. All right, now that we have the other end of our polybutylene pipe cut, we'll now use our gauge here. Slide it on there as far as it'll go. And we're going to use our Sharpie to just mark a line here, so we'll know that's the depth we need to push this compression fitting on. All right. Now again, this is optional As you can see, that's a good inch right there. So you could probably just use a ruler, maybe your index finger. That's about an inch. Let me get the compression fitting. All right. So again, we're going to use the side that has the color that matches the polybutylene. And I don't know if you can see the inside there, but that's what the inside of this compression fitting looks like. So you have a little piece of pipe that goes into the end of your polybutylene pipe, or whatever you might be using if you're using the other end. And you're just going to give it a good shove here until you get to that mark. There you go. All right, so now we know we're at the right depth. Now it's just a matter of cutting some of our CPVC and putting this together. Okay, as you can see, I've taken a piece of my CPVC pipe, I marked it, and I've slid it into this T compression fitting made by SharkBite. So now I'm just gonna kind of get a rough estimate here of what I need to line this up. And now I'm gonna go make my cut. All right, now that I've made my cut, I went ahead and used the gauge to go ahead and mark the depth that I'm going to need to slide my CPVC pipe into the other end of this SharkBite compression fitting. So let me go ahead and slide that in. All right, and the nice thing about these SharkBites is you can move them, whereas if you were using glue, once it's glued together, it's hard to move. You have to cut it if you're not at the right angle. So that makes it really easy here. All right, so now we just need a small piece here to connect these two compression fittings together, and then we'll work on the line that runs to the dishwasher. All right, now I have my piece cut that's going to connect these two pieces of pipe together, and I've already marked them using the gauge on this end and also on this end. So we're going to go ahead and slide this in first. All right. And now it's just a matter of connecting these two. All right, so now we have our new T-fitting in, and now we can work on connecting this part of the polybutylene into our T-fitting here to make this repair complete. Again, this is the pipe that runs to the dishwasher. I think this feeds the bathroom downstairs. So let's get this connected here. I'm going to take some measurements off camera and I'll be right back. All right, as you can see, I've got my gauge here. I've marked my CPVC pipe so I'll know the correct depth for the compression fitting. I'm going to take my gauge off here, set that aside, and we're going to complete this repair by sliding this piece of pipe into our T-fitting. All right, and we're at our mark. All right, now that we've made our final connection, the only thing left to do is I'm going to put a support here to hold this water line up. Just a little clip here. Nail this into our floor joist. All right, and that's just going to give our water supply here just a little bit of support. Now it's just a matter of turning the water on and checking for leaks. All right, now that I've got the main water supply back on, I'm just checking for any signs of any leaks, any moisture here with these compression fittings, and I'm not feeling anything whatsoever. So I think with that being said, I'm going to call this repair a success. Now, if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, I would really greatly appreciate it if you would smash that subscribe button. And if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Make a comment if you'd like down in the comment section below. And with that being said, be safe out there. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.